Hello, my name is Maria and today I'm going to present my portfolio video. I would like to start by reading the journal article, which is the reduced alcohol consumption during the COVID-19 pandemic, analysis of 17,000 patients seeking primary health care in Colombia and Mexico. Let's continue with the reason of choosing the argument. First of all, the topic is cross-cultural. That means that the analyses were done in two different countries. It is also relevant to the current COVID-19 pandemic. As you may know, nowadays COVID-19 is still affecting us. Then also we have the behavioral changes. It is quite interesting to know that Colombia and Mexico, they present really high percentage of alcohol consumption. So to get to know why people stop drinking alcohol and why this percentage reduce, in my personal opinion, is quite interesting. And the countries where the analysis was done. So this kind of analysis, they were done previously in different countries, in America, Asia, and Europe. But this journal article is focusing in countries in Latin America. And also, as native of Colombia, personally, becomes more interesting. Let's move on to the key argument ideas. So firstly, we have the restriction in alcohol availability and affordability. As you may know, the government, they implement some kind of laws in order to avoid social activities. So in Mexico and Colombia, they increase the alcohol taxes and the alcohol sales. So it becomes really difficult to afford to buy alcohol. Secondly, the reduced opportunities for social drinking during the pandemic. As you know, bars and restaurants, they were closed for a period of time, but then when they reopened, they had a really limited capacity. And thirdly, the average decrease of alcohol consumption in Colombia was by 19% and Mexico by 15%. Let's move on with the limitations and the strength. So first of all, the limitations that was founded in this journal article is that the study was conducted during a short period of time. So these analyses, they were only focused during the COVID-19 pandemic. So it is really difficult to know if the results of this article, they are still the same, or the percentages, they change, they increase, they decrease. So that's a very important limitation. And then we have that is a self-reported data. So that means that it might be like the author or the people who was collecting the data, they can manipulate or they can change the data in order to provide some kind of bias results or findings. However, let's move on to the strengths. So the strengths of this journal article is that, as mentioned before, is one of the first studies to investigate the alcohol consumption in Latin America. And secondly, is that the study used a large sample size of collected data. So they focus in two different countries, not only just in one. And also the diverse range of patients, around 17,000 patients. And then we have the conclusion, is that the article findings suggest that the COVID-19 pandemic might have led to a reduction in alcohol consumption in countries like Colombia and Mexico. Thank you for your attention. Here are my references.